Hey guys, welcome to the channel. As you see in the thumbnail, what if Luffy and Zoro proposed Nami and Robin on Valentine? Before I start, please do support for more awesome content and subscribe my channel and like this video. Go support and follow the Sara Haruko takenouchi Kamiya for writing that awesome fanfic, and also make sure to comment on this story, link in the description. Let's start this video. It's been a while since the Straw Hat crew defeated Inaro in Skypia Island in the sky. Everything seems to be just fine. The captain Luffy and his crew or friends are having one of those usual days in the Going Merry ship. Luffy usually will be on the top of the lamb's head of the ship, gazing to the sea or playing around with Usopp and Chopper or fishing for a fish, but strangely not this time. For the first time, yes, he is on the lamb's head but not alone. There with him is the ship navigator, Nami. Luffy is holding her by the waist and she's leaning on his shoulder staring at the sea with him. Yes everyone, it's true, believe it or not, they're dating. It's something new and different to the young couple. They hit it off after they left Skypia Island. Well, not after straight they left, after a few weeks or so. They sure hit it off pretty good, which goes same as well to the ship swordsman and the archaeologists Zoro and Robin. They hit it off as well, right after the captain and the navigator. Zoro will be either sleeping or training himself to become the greatest swordsman, and yes, it's true, he's training right now, doing push-ups for God knows how much. His girlfriend will be on top of him as his weight training. As usual, she's reading with stack of books on her lap to make the weight heavier. The sharpshooter Usopp is on the crow's nest on the top of the ship, looking through his telescope searching for an island to land on. He's been acting pretty happy to Luffy and Zoro after they've been dating their girlfriends. He's very supportive to them. A loyal friend indeed he is. That goes the same as well to the little dear Chopper, the ship's doctor. He's currently busy right now making medicines, just in case, and Rumble Ball for battle. He's happy as well that Luffy is dating Nami. He thinks that it's romantic, even though he always go all weird like whenever he mention things about love. But he's been supportive to the couples, just like Usopp. On the other hand, the ship's cook, Sanji, he's been overprotective to the girls since they've been dating their boyfriends. True, he likes them both, but it's their choice, so he just let it go, letting them both choose whomever they like. He's been way overprotective to the girls, watching their moves, making sure the guys didn't do anything to hurt them. He's currently right now on the crow's nest with Usopp, but not looking to the sea looking for island, but looking at Luffy and Nami on the lamb's head and Zoro and Robin on the back of the ship, making sure the girls are okay. Can you take a rest already? Leave them alone, they'll be okay, exclaimed the long-nosed Usopp to the blonde cook. It's not like Luffy is going to throw Nami into the sea or Zoro going to chop Robin to pieces. Hey, shut up already. Don't say that, it might come true. Replied or yelled the cook. Oh yeah right, the captain is going to throw the navigator to the sea and the swordsman will cut his loved one to pieces. Said Usopp sarcastically. Well, it could happen, you won't know when they'll do that. I have to take extreme caution to Nami-san and Robin-chan. Sanji, take a rest already. They like each other, there's no way they're going to tear each other apart, you're overreacting, said Usopp. I can't believe Nami chose that idiot over me, I mean like why him? Sobbed the cook. Well maybe, Nami didn't see you the way she see Luffy, replied Usopp. Shut up. You're not helping me, asshole. Well, it's the truth, like it or not, that's life. Whatever, don't tell me what to do. Let me do what I want and you do what you want, said Sanji. Fine, up to you, said Usopp. Now you see, look how overprotective the cook is. He won't leave them alone, not leaving the couple away from his sight. He kinda creeps people out, don't you think? Who would want to be watched 24/7 every day non-stop? Okay fine, except when sleeping. Is that stupid cook spying on us again? Asked a green-haired swordsman to his girlfriend, not looking up. Yes he is, replied Robin, not looking away from her book. When will that idiot stop? Asked Zoro. He's just overprotective to us ladies, that's all. Kinda sweet, don't you think? She asked Zoro. Zoro just grunted in anger. Robin knew what that means, she just smiled and used her left hand to rub his cheek. Don't worry Zoro-kun, whatever happens I will always like you, said Robin with a smile. This makes Zoro happy and start pushing up faster and faster. Robin just chuckled through his action. Well, looks like Zoro and Robin are going steady. Let's see how Luffy and Nami is on the lamb's head. It's nice, isn't it? Asked Luffy to Nami. Yes, it is. It's kinda romantic, don't you think? Said the navigator looking to the captain. Well, sort of. I knew you like it here, said Luffy with a smile. I like anywhere, as long as you're with me, exclaimed Nami looking up to Luffy. You like it when I was fighting Inaro on his ship? Asked Luffy innocently. Nami just giggled. She liked it when he's thinking innocently like a little child. She usually hits him for doing or saying whatever retarded, but this time she's been acting differently. No silly, I mean like just the two of us alone. So you like it too when we're climbing that giant beanstalk to Inaro? He asked again. Again, Nami giggled and punched him playfully on his dot. You talk too much, Luffy, why don't you just shut up and hug me tighter before I fell off. Luffy hugged her tighter, making her closer to him. Soon Nami can feel Luffy's muscular on her back, which sending her a smile. She liked it when she's near Luffy's warm body, making her feel comfortable. Don't worry Nami, I won't let anything happen to you, he said to her. Nami turned her head facing him and give him a quick on his dot. You're too sweet Luffy, but I like that, she said to him before she ate him again. Did you see that? Did you freaking see that? He just ate her. He freaking ate her. Calm down, goddammit. Are you sure he ate her? Asked Usopp. What? Are you saying that I'm blind? Asked the enraged cook. Maybe she ate him. Have you ever thought of that? Sanji shut his gob and turned his eyes on Robin, who is now helping Zoro up on his feet and wiping him with a towel. That was good, Zoro-chan, exclaimed Robin. 5,000 push-ups, I'm impressed. Thanks. You know that I'll be the greatest swordsman in the world one day. Gotta stay strong, right? Asked Zoro. Robin smiled and put her arms around Zoro's neck and ate him on the dot. Of course you'll achieve your dream. We're all will. And I'll be rooting for yours. Now did you freaking see that? That stupid knife boy just Robin-chan. Shut up already. Hey Usopp. See anything new yet? Asked Chopper, who just came out from his room. Not yet Chopper, hold on. Usopp tilted his telescope, getting closer to see a figure. Land ho. Everyone. I see a land. Everyone from a second now, take things off what they're doing and eyed on the sharpshooter. Where? Asked the now excited Luffy. East. Yelled Usopp back, not taking his eyes off the telescope. Where's east? Asked Luffy to Nami. Everyone's sweat dropped and fixed their eyes on Luffy. Giving I can't believe he doesn't know where east is. Look. On your right silly, said his retweet girlfriend. Luffy turned his head right to see a figure as well. Land. Ye land. Let's get Riadido land everyone. Yelled the excited captain. With that he carried Nami back to the deck and they all start working on their job to bring the ship land to the island. The Straw Hat crew has finally landed to the island. Nothing looks different, just some regular town to stop by, nothing new, nothing different, just plain normal city to shop. The crew landed their ship in the ship dock and Zoro threw the anchor down to the bottom sea. Oh man. It's a regular town, nothing different, whined Luffy. I want to go on another adventure. Cheer up Luffy-kun, reassured Nami. You don't need a giant forest or whatever to have an adventure on. I'm sure you'll have an adventure as well in the city. Yeah, you're right, exclaimed Luffy. His sad face had finally grown back into his famous huge grin. I'm gonna go on an adventure now, right now. He yelled. With that he jumped straight from the ship and ran to the city. Luffy-kun. Wait. Luffy stopped running and run back to his girlfriend. What is it, Nami-san? Wanna come with me? He asked excitedly, hopefully getting a big adventure in a city. No sorry, she said, feeling guilty. I want to go shopping. But Nami, we haven't exchanged the gold we found in Skypia Island yet, and surely I don't think they have an exchanger in the city, said Usopp. Who said I'm gonna buy with our golds? Nami asked Usopp. Usopp just realized what she meant. She's a thief, no duh. Of course she'll take some people's wallets while browsing around the city. Dear Luffy, just in case you get hungry, Nami handed Luffy the remaining money they have in the ship, 500 bears. Thanks, Nami-san, thanked Luffy. He gives her a quick on the cheek and went off running to the city. Sanji see what the captain just did and hold his anger down. I'll get him when he's alone, he thought to himself. Who wants to leave the ship? Asked Nami to the rest of the crew. No thanks, replied Chopper. Since I have no money to buy books, I'll stay continuing my work. With that he walked back to his room finishing his rumble balls. Yeah, I'll stay too. I have to readjust many of my stuff with that many dials I found in Skypia, said Usopp. With that he went back to work his gadgets. I need to sleep, said Zoro as he slumped down on the floor snoring already. What about you, Robin? I'll get enough money for the both of us to go shop, said Nami. Love to, but I'll stay here seeing nobody is watching over the ship, replied Robin. I'll go accompany you, Nami-san, said Sanji excitedly. Okay fine, but don't do anything funny, okay? You know damn well that I'm dating Luffy, warned Nami to Sanji. Yes, Nami-san. Meanwhile somewhere in the city. Luffy walked around aimlessly in the city, seeing that there's no adventure in the city. He walked around seeing that some guys are lining up on a flower store purchasing flowers for God knows whom. And he also sees some girls lining up on a sweet store, lining up for buying some sweets for God know whom. While he walked around the city he went seeing a happy couple snuggling to each other on a bench. Luffy remembers how good it feels to have Nami in his arms. Then suddenly it hits him. He should buy something nice to Nami. He had enough money to buy something sweet for her. He doesn't care if he misses lunch, his Nami-san is more precious than his stomach. Well now he's off for the first time browsing on the window wondering what to get her. Luffy keep walking and walking thinking what will Nami like. Sure Nami likes money, but he wants something different, something unusual. "VSSST, hey kid," says a mysterious voice. Luffy turned around to see a man leaning on a wall in a corner of a street. "Me?" Luffy asked to the man pointing his finger to himself. "Yeah you, who else will I be taking to?" asked the man. "Well, you probably be talking to that guy," Luffy said, pointing to a guy a few meters away from Luffy. "Well, I'm talking to you, okay?" Is that a question?" Luffy asked confused. "Never mind. What do you want with me?" Luffy asked the guy. "And find anything good for your sweetheart in Valentine's Day, huh?" he asked Luffy in his normal tone. "What's Valentine's Day?" Luffy asked, never heard the word before. The guy sweat dropped seeing that this idiot doesn't know what Valentine's Day is. It's a day when you give something nice and precious one to who you care and love mostly. It happens only once every year. He explained to Luffy. "Really? What a coincidence, I'm looking for a gift anyway for my Nami-san anyway," said Luffy. "Yeah whatever. Anyway can't find anything good?" he asked Luffy. "Yeah, I can't find anything good," Luffy replied. "Well I have something you might be interested in," he said with an evil grin. "What? What? What?" Luffy asked excitedly. "This." He went to his coat pocket and take out a diamond necklace. Luffy gasped by looking at it, "It's so beautiful." The diamond beautifully glitters from all direction blinding Luffy's sight. "Wow. That's perfect. Are you selling it?" Luffy asked hopefully. He said yes. "It depends on how many you got," the man said with his grin again. "Well I have only this much." Luffy put his hands inside his pocket and pull out his money that Nami gave him. "How much you have?" he asked with a smile. He can tell it's a lot, just looking on how many the paper monies are, he's guessing it's over 100 bears. "I don't know, I don't count," Luffy said innocently. "Right," said the man as he sweat dropped again, seeing how can an idiot like him have so many money. "Let me see." He grabbed Luffy's money and start counting. 500 bears. "You have 500 bears. Is that all you got?" he asked Luffy. "Yeah," said Luffy with a nod. "Not bad," the man thought. "Okay then, it's a trade," he said smilingly as he handed over the necklace and pocketed his money. "Really? So it's mine now?" Luffy asked with a big smile. "Yep, that will be the gift you'll give to your darling for Valentine's Day." "Thanks mister." Luffy looked at the necklace as it glitters in his hand. "Nami will definitely look beautiful in this," he thought to himself. "Yeah, whatever. Okay look, here's a tip kid, give the gift to your girl tomorrow on Valentine's Day," said the man. "So I give to Nami-san tomorrow?" Luffy asked. "Yes, and don't tell anyone about it, it's a surprise, so keep it a secret and show it to her tomorrow in the morning." "Okay mister. Thanks again, you've been a great help." "My pleasure kid, enjoy." With that the man walked and disappeared into the corner. Meanwhile in some dress shop. Nami is in the changing room mirroring her in a mirror, trying on all the pretty dress she thinks that is pretty. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day, she thought. Hope I can be pretty tomorrow for Luffy. I'm going to confess my real feeling to my Luffy-kun. Our relationship we share for a few weeks is not a simple crush, it's love. Oh, I hope nothing will go all wrong. "Nami-san." Sanji yelled from outside of the dressing room. "Are you okay there? You haven't been out for a while. I hope that you're not hurt." Nami's thought was popped from hearing Sanji's yelling. She has been thinking for a while now, no wonder why she feel like time's passed by. Hope he didn't do anything stupid tomorrow, she thought. Nami came out from the dressing room carrying all the dress she's going to buy. She walked to the counter with a happy smiling Sanji in the back, who seems to be happy for having a few time with Nami alone, even though shopping time. After paying the shop she left with Sanji in the back carrying all the shopping bag. She looked up to the sky seeing that, guessing it must be around 6 or 7 o'clock. She walks back to the ship with Sanji hoping to see Luffy back, but she knows him too well, he's probably out there lost and can't find a way back to the ship. Oh no, the thought hits her. He's lost. She turned her back and run past Sanji running to the other way. "Where are you going, Nami-san?" Sanji asked Nami. "I have to go and find Luffy, he could be get lost and missing. I can't leave him out here alone," she said. Sanji stopped in his pace seeing his loved ones love Luffy and go on out there worrying and looking for Luffy. Sure, of course it hurts him, but she likes Luffy, not Sanji. With that he managed to give her a smile and said, "Okay, then I'll go put your dresses back in the ship and help you find him." Nami smiled at his comment. "Thank you Sanji, that's nice of you," she said nicely. Sanji feels like he's going to explode. She thanked him, which is very precious to him, and she also smiled at him. And so Sanji runs through the ship's direction with Nami's stuff dropping it off, while Nami runs to the other direction looking for Luffy in the city. Somewhere in the city. Luffy is walking trying to find a way to get back to the ship. In his hand is the diamond necklace that he just bought from that mysterious man. Luffy never thought of anything suspicious about him. He always does. Always trusting people no matter how weird he is, his thought brings him to the thought of his Nami-san. Her smiling and happy face when he hands over her the diamond necklace drift into his mind. He smile, a very huge one. Luffy. Luffy stop on his track, he thinks he just heard Nami's yelling for his name. He turned around to actually see Nami far away running to him. He can see Sanji in the back following Nami. "Oi, guys." Luffy yelled back to Sanji and Nami. Then he realized something is not right. He looked at the diamond necklace in his hand. "Here's a tip, kid, give the gift to your girl tomorrow on Valentine's Day." The voice reminded Luffy. "I can't show it to Nami-san now, it's a surprise for Valentine's Day tomorrow," Luffy thought. He puts the necklace in his favorite straw hat that Shanks gave him and put it back on, hiding the necklace and his hat on his head. Nami and Sanji finally reached to Luffy. Nami start off by hugging Luffy and him on the cheek. "Luffy, I was worried about you," said Nami kindly. "It's okay, Nami, I'm fine now. I just got lost, that's all," reassured Luffy. Okay, we found you now, come on, let's get back to the ship," said Sanji, interrupting the couple's moment. "Yeah, you're right. Let's go back," agreed Luffy. But that Luffy and Nami hand to hand walk back to the ship with Sanji trailing in the back. "Are we going to sail after this?" asked Robin. Luffy, Nami and Sanji finally regrouped in a restaurant eating dinner. Sanji refused to waste any more food supplies, especially with a hungry Luffy who missed lunch. Luffy is eating rapidly, grabbing food from each plate with his stretchy hand. "Hey Luffy, can you be a bit more polite?" asked Zoro. "Yeah man, you look like you didn't eat any lunch," agreed Chopper. Luffy stopped and his track froze on what Chopper just said. True, he did not eat any lunch, he wastes his money on the necklace he bought for Nami. Luffy is not a very good liar, he must think a way so they won't be suspicious about him, and of course that makes the other crew more suspicious about him. He just shut his mouth and continued eating. Nami however is very concerned about Luffy, it's true he's been acting very strangely after she found him. For a start he's been holding his hat on his head, making sure it stays proper on his head. Nami know that Luffy cherishes hat very badly, but not that badly. She know that whenever it's broken, she'll fix it for him. Luffy know that too, but for some reason he's very concerned about it. "So Captain, are we setting sail after dinner?" Robin asked Luffy. Luffy looked up at Robin from his eating. He swallowed his remaining food in his mouth while Nami wiped his mouth with a napkin. He smiled looking at Nami. Then it hits him again. The necklace. His left hand reach up and holds his hat down firmly to his head. "Luffy, your hat is still there," said Nami. "Yeah, I know that, I just don't want anyone to touch it, that's all," Luffy lied to everyone. To tell the truth is that hidden under the hat is a diamond necklace. He hides it under it because he knows well that no one will touch his hat. Everyone looked at him suspiciously. Everyone knows that he loved that hat very much, but they've never seen him pay a lot of attention to it before. "So are we leaving after dinner?" asked Robin again. No, we're staying," said Luffy. "Staying? Why?" asked Sanji. "Because," said Luffy. "Because what?" Sanji asked again. "Because I'm the captain and I want to stay, okay?" Luffy snapped at him. Everyone shocked hearing him snapped at Sanji. Luffy have never done that to his friends before. "I'm sorry Sanji for snapping at you, but I want to stay, okay?" Luffy said to Sanji more calmly. "Okay fine then, up to you, you're the captain after all," said Sanji, giving up. Luffy nodded and smiled at him. After all of that, Nami pay for the bill and they all walk back to the Going Merry. In Nami and Robin's room in the ship. "Have you noticed Luffy's been acting weird lately?" asked Nami to Robin. "Well yeah, I think he is," replied Robin. "Do you think he's hiding something from me?" "Why are you asking me for? You know him more than I do." "Well yeah, true, but he makes me all worried." "Don't be," assured Robin to Nami. "He can take care of himself, you shouldn't worry about him that much." "Yeah, you're right. Thanks," thanked Nami. Robin smiled at her as a reply. "What are you getting him for Valentine's Day?" she asked. Nami blushed at Robin's question. Robin noticed Nami's blush and giggled. "Well," Robin asked Nami. "I'm going to tell him I love him and take him out for a lunch," Nami replied, still blushing. "You're going to tell him now?" Robin asked excitedly. "Yes I am now, shut up or they'll hear us," Nami snapped at her. "Sorry, anyway why now?" Robin asked. "Because I've been thinking about all of this and I think now is the best time," Nami replied calmly. "Really?" "Yes, really. You think too much, girl." "Well, what about you? Aren't you going to tell Zoro?" Nami asked Robin. Now it's Robin's turn to blush. Nami noticed it and now it's her turn to laugh. "Well, aren't you? Aren't you?" Nami asked her. "I'm not so sure, I don't know when I should tell him." "Why not tomorrow?" Nami asked. "Well, I don't think he loves me," said Robin a little depressed. "What?" Nami yelled. "Shh, quiet," Robin shushed her. Sorry, what do you mean he doesn't love you? Nami asked Robin. Well, I don't think he does. If he doesn't, then why he's dating you? True, but I just don't think he see me like that. Don't worry, I know he does. Just give it a shot tomorrow. Okay? Nami asked. Okay then fine, I give up, you win, I'll tell him tomorrow, said Robin. Okay, good. Oh, I hope Luffy loves me too. Nami cooed. Meanwhile the guys. Okay Luffy, spill it. Yeah, what's with you and your hat? Are you hiding something from us? How dare you, my Nami-san. Guys please calm down. Luffy said to all of them. I know you're hiding something from us. It's no use of denying it, I can read your mind, said Usopp proudly. What? You can read people's mind, that's so cool. Said Chopper, admiring Usopp's lie. And as usual Zoro smirked at Usopp's lie. Okay, Luffy, I know you've been hiding something, spit it out now. How dare you, my Nami-san. Sanji yelled at him as usual. Hey guys, the point is it's okay, I'm alright, and no, I'm not hiding something from you, said Luffy nervously. Then why are you sweating like a pig? Asked Usopp, interrogating him. Well, it's because it's hot in here, said Luffy, still sweating. No, it's not hot, said Zoro. It's kinda is actually, said Chopper, waving his hands trying to keep cool. Chopper? What? It is, said Chopper innocently. DRRRRRR, okay fine, we'll do this another way, said Usopp. Hey Luffy, what's that thing sticking out of your hat? Asked Zoro. Ah shit, you guys saw the necklace. Yelled Luffy as he get a grip of his hat on his head. AHA. Oops, said Luffy. He just blurted out. I knew it, you have a necklace on your hat, said Usopp. A necklace. He suddenly yelled out. Shut up. She'll hear you. Luffy yelled out. You're the loud one. Usopp yelled at Luffy back. Shut up, goddammit. Luffy yelled back. Did you just say a necklace? Zoro asked Luffy, or yelled at Luffy. Oh yeah, you almost forgot. How dare you touch my Robin-chan? Sanji yelled at Zoro. I'm not in the mood, okay jackass. Don't make me kill you. Zoro now yelling at Sanji. What did you just call me? Loser, like you can't yell at me. What did you just say? Suddenly the door burst open. There stood Nami on a pajama yelling, why don't all of you guys shut up? I'm trying to freaking sleep. Then the noise stopped. There was Luffy still holding his hat and Zoro grabbing a sword, preparing to attack Sanji, and Sanji with his leg in the air, preparing to kick Zoro. Yes, Nami-san. Said Luffy and Sanji all together. They stop and look at each other and sharing deadly glares. Okay good, if you want to talk quietly. Some of us here are trying to sleep, said Nami calmly. Okay, the guys chorused at the same time. Good night Luffy-kun, said Nami politely to Luffy. Night Nami-san, said Luffy politely. Sanji glared at Luffy. The sun rises at the corner of the sea, making a brilliant of sunshine on the sea. The sea glitters with white and shiny shines from the sun. The sun shines on the window of the Going Merry parked on the corner of the island to avoid the gaze of the citizens of the country, finding pirates on their lovely city. Nami is the first one to wake up from the sunshine that shine on her window. Nami wakes up lazily from the bed and walked out of her room and make her way to the bathroom. She can smell the aroma of a cooking breakfast on her way to the bathroom, guessing that Sanji woke up first before her. Looking around, she sees Zoro lifting up barbells for God knows how much. Looks like only Luffy, Usopp, Chopper and Robin are the only one who are still sleeping. Then there come an opening door sound. Nami turned her gaze towards the noise, seeing Robin all dressed up and neat. Let's make that Usopp, Luffy and Chopper are the ones who are still sleeping. To tell the truth, Luffy had woke up before any of them. There he is lying on his hammock in the guy's room pretending to sleep. On his head is his usual straw hat and the diamond necklace hidden under the hat. He tries not to imagine that Nami never appreciate his gift, but it's so hard for him. He thinks that it's best if he shouldn't give Nami the necklace because he never seen Nami wearing a necklace. Is it because maybe she didn't like necklace? Or what? This many thoughts are flying on his head, wondering what's going to happen if he gives the necklace. Will she love him instead of liking him? Or their relationship will be broken? Or she'll do something else? Dating the navigator sure make Luffy thinks more than he used to be. But it's too late to turn back now. He already bought her the necklace and has been hiding it and lying to her that nothing is wrong, so why turn back now? He decided to give it to her during breakfast. Speaking of breakfast, Luffy's stomach growled. Making Luffy jumped off from his hammock, walking to the kitchen getting food and tell her his secret. Should I or should I not? That is the question. Nami's head is filled with many questions of her feelings toward Luffy. While she is taking a shower, she's thinking of should she spill her real feelings towards Luffy. She thinks that maybe it's a bad idea of telling her feelings, seeing they only dated for a couple of weeks. But still she started to fall for him since he beat Arlong for her in East Blue. Then she started to fall for him during their adventure in Grand Line. True, she was afraid that Luffy will fall for Vivi instead of her, that's why she started to act more kind to him than she used to be. But after seeing Luffy only see Vivi as a friend, nothing more nothing else, she decides to spill it out her secrets toward him. But a falling galleon interrupted her, and also the talk of going to Sky Island drives her emotion to Luffy away from her mind, filling her mind with nothing but Sky Island and gold. But after Inaru endangered her, Luffy came to rescue her, bringing back her emotions to him. After Inaru is defeated, they all went back to Grand Line from Skypia Island, and thereafter a week of finding their next adventure, Nami tell him before any more interruption. And amazingly, he had liked her from the beginning. She joined him, and too chicken to tell her afraid she'll kill him, seeing she punched him many times. And there they shared their first in front of the whole crew. And now here she is afraid of telling him what may happen. But after thinking of their histories together, she made up her mind to tell him after breakfast before anything else happens. After shower, Nami dressed up with her new clothes she bought yesterday and walked to the kitchen to see everybody there sitting down. She takes her seat next to Luffy and him on the cheek. Luffy did the same to Nami. Now they all eat and talk as usual. "So Captain, will we be leaving today anytime soon?" asked Robin. "Oh it depends if all of you guys want to leave now. What do you think?" asked Luffy to the whole crew. "Let's go now and get a ship mechanic before the ship gotten worse," commented Usopp. "Yeah, there's nothing we can do here anyway," agreed Chopper. "I'm okay as long as you guys want to go," said Zoro. "I don't care as long as Nami-san and Robin-chan wants to go," said Sanji. "I'm okay, but does Nami wants to go?" Robin asked Nami suspiciously. The others looked at her suspiciously, thinking that something is going on. "Well, can we leave after lunch?" "I want to have lunch in the city," said Nami nervously. "Yeah, sure, okay, let's have lunch here and leave afterwards," said Luffy. "Agreed." "Agreed," the crew chorused at the same time. And then they all continued to eat their breakfast quietly. No one said a thing. Zoro knows well that it's Valentine's Day today and thinking when is the perfect time to tell Robin. Robin is thinking on when is the perfect time to tell as well. Robin looked up from her food to see that Zoro is looking up from his drink, and there they both meet their eyes. They all look at each other for a while and went back to their food or drink. Usopp and Chopper looking at Luffy, gesturing to tell about it now. Luffy shake his head and glared at them to shut up. Usopp and Chopper got the message and continued to nibble their food. Luffy is pretty nervous on this situation, especially whenever it's quiet time. He never likes it when it's all quiet and gloomy. He likes things when it's all happy, cheerful and noisy. Nami, however, just hope that everything will go just fine and hope no one will mess it up, especially Sanji. She hopes no one suspicious at her when she said that she wants to stay to treat Luffy out for a lunch and confess to him that she loves him. After breakfast, Sanji take all their plates and start washing them. Then, well, just like what people said, it's now or never, Luffy starts a conversation. Nami-san, there's something I need to tell you," Luffy said to Nami nervously. Everybody's eyes now glanced towards Luffy, even Sanji take a look from his cleanings. "Holy shit, he's going to say it," thought Usopp in his head. "Uh-oh, hope it's going to be okay," thought Chopper as he leaned on a wall as usual. "Haha, you go Luffy," thought Zoro with a smile. "Hope you're going to be happy, Nami-san," thought Sanji trying to fight his tears. "Oh my god, he actually going to say it by himself, that is so romantic," thought Robin with a smile. Actually Luffy, there is something I need to tell you too," said Nami nervously as well. "You do?" asked Luffy surprised. "Okay, then you can go first." No, why don't you go first? You're the one who wants to tell me in the first place anyway," said Nami. "Okay then, well, you see Nami," said Luffy. He take off his hat and everyone except Robin, who has no idea what's going on, and Sanji, looked at Luffy with a hurry up. "Do it." Face, and then there. Luffy reached his hand into his hat and pull out the diamond necklace. "Happy Valentine's Day, Nami-san," he said. Nami was never been shocked on her entire life. A beautiful diamond necklace is there on her boyfriend's hand, and it's for her. She never thought that Luffy would do such a thing. That is very sweet of him. The beautiful diamonds on the necklace danced with glitters and shiny things from it. The diamond shined beautifully, making you drool for hunger to have it just by looking at it. "Oh my god, Luffy, for me?" she asked, still frozen and shocked. "Yes, Nami-san. I'm sorry I lied to you yesterday. Cause you see, it's a surprise for you," said Luffy, thinking like an innocent child. "I don't know what to say," said Nami quietly. "You don't have to say anything, Nami-san, I just hope that you like it," said Luffy, reaching up to her and placing the necklace on her right hand. Nami obviously can't take it anymore and pulled Luffy into a passionate that they want to last forever. After 10 minutes of non-stop and long, they finally let each of their tongues rest for a while. Luffy and Nami looked around to see all of the crew's eyes are fixed on them. Nami blushed a bit, but she doesn't care. She hugged Luffy very tightly, thinking how lucky she is to have a boyfriend like him. Luffy hugged her back, thinking of how happy he is to have the most beautiful girl in the world right in his arms. The other people looked at the happy couple, thinking on how romantic it is that they're together and very happy. Luffy breaks off the hug and take the diamond necklace from Nami's hand and put it around her neck. Nami let her boyfriend do what he wants to her, from now on she's officially belonged to him, forever. After Luffy put the necklace on Nami, she take another look at the necklace again and hugged Luffy again very tight. Hop. Nami break the hug feeling all hurt and winced in pain. Luffy noticed her gestures. "What's wrong, Nami-san?" Luffy asked her. "I don't know, for some reason my neck hurts," said Nami as she rubbing the back of her neck. Hop. There it goes again. Nami winced again and rubbed her neck. Hop. This time Nami's hand hurts and also her neck. "Ow, shit, first my neck and now my hand," grunted Nami as she rubbed her hand in her neck. Hop. "It's the necklace," said Chopper quickly. "What?" Everyone said at the same time. "It's the necklace. The diamonds popped every time like a firecracker. Quick, throw it away," warned Chopper. "What, are you serious?" asked Usopp. Hop. "Ow, damn it, my neck hurts, I think it's really the necklace," said Nami. She quickly pulled the necklace off her neck and then, boom. It explodes on her hand. Sanji jumped a little when he heard the small explosion and looked away from his washing dishes chores to Nami. Robin and Zoro fall from each other's chair. Usopp was shocked and falls on his ass. Chopper too. Luffy, the nearest one to Nami, flied away for about 3 meters from where he is standing and falls on his ass too. Soon thick black smokes fill the kitchen of the Going Merry. Sanji opens the door to let out the coughing crews to get a deep breaths of fresh airs. As soon as the smoke clears out, all remain is the now falling Nami inside, filled with black powders all over her body. She looks just like original Nami, but instead she looks very black. And there's Luffy on the floor, also black, but not as black as Nami is. Well, of course the necklace explodes on her, so she got most of the black powders. The whole crew walked back inside to check on the rest of their friends. Chopper, Robin and Sanji walked over to Nami and Usopp, and Zoro walked over to Luffy. Sanji carried Nami into her room, while Chopper inspects her, checking for injuries. It seems that Nami is okay, except that Chopper had to bandage her right hand on account that the necklace explodes on her right hand, so it scorched her hand. Unfortunately, the captain happens to be okay. He quickly gets up from the floor and look around to see Zoro and Usopp. "What happened?" asked the captain. "Didn't you remember?" asked Usopp. "Remember what?" asked Luffy, who seems to be slightly confused as usual. "The necklace you gave to Nami happens to be a bomb," answered Zoro. "What? Really?" yelled Luffy. "Now I didn't expect that to happen. It explodes in front of you, for God's sake, how could you not remember that?" asked Zoro. "Oh yeah, come to think of it, I feel like I just got hit by something," said Luffy, remembering. "That's the bomb that explodes in front of you," said Usopp and Zoro at the same time. "What? You mean the necklace that I gave to Nami-san explodes in front of me?" asked Luffy. "Yes, finally you know. You're so slow and late," said Usopp. "Now I didn't expect that to happen either." "Oh no. If the necklace explodes in front of me, does that mean Nami got hit too?" asked Luffy, getting worried. "Yes, she got hit too. What do you expect, she's the one who's holding it when it explodes," said Zoro. "What? Where is she? Where is she? Where is she?" asked Luffy, starting to get all worried and scared at the same time. "Calm down, Luffy. Please try to calm down," said Usopp, trying to calm down the running around the kitchen Luffy. "Calm down. Calm down," yelled Luffy. "A bomb explodes in front of my girlfriend and you're telling me to calm down." "She's okay actually," said someone at the front door. Luffy, Zoro and Usopp tilted their heads onto the front door to see Robin. Zoro approached to her and her on the cheek. Robin blushed and edged Zoro back. Luffy approached to Robin and pushed Zoro away. "What? She's okay. She's not going to die. She's fine?" asked Luffy frantically. "Yes, she's okay, she's not going to die and she's fine," answered Robin to all of Luffy's questions. "Yeah. She's alive," yelled Luffy. He raised both of his hands in the air in a victory way like he just beat Crocodile in an arrow. Then suddenly Sanji jumped into the door and kicked Luffy straight in the face, sending him all the way to the back of the kitchen. He looks pretty pissed off. The other crew members saw the cook's movements that really shocked them, seeing Sanji kick Luffy for no reason. Luffy get up from the onslaught and rubbing his face, trying to loose the pain. "Ow. Sanji, what was that for?" asked Luffy. How dare you did that to Nami-san." Sanji jumped again towards Luffy, sending another one of his deadly kick towards Luffy. Luffy easily dodged the attack. But Sanji is no pushover, he lifts up his other leg that nearly kicked Luffy. Luckily Luffy is pretty fast. As usual he dodges it, which makes Sanji's kick missed and destroy part of the wall of the kitchen. Usopp, who is very concerned to the ship that Kaya gave it to them, makes him all go psycho. "Sanji, the ship is in the bad shape already and you're going to make it worse," he yelled to the cook. But Sanji didn't listen. He is very focused on Luffy and he's trying to kick him. And of course Luffy dodges it. 8-wheel, fleur. Then all of the sudden hands popped out of nowhere and grabbed Sanji. There are 4 hands grabbing Sanji's feet, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. 2 hands appeared from Sanji's stomach holding Sanji by the waist, pushing his stomach onwards. And 2 other hands came out from his shoulders blade holding Sanji's arm. Sanji can't move on account of that these 8 hands are holding Sanji from hurting Luffy or damaged more part of the ship. Looks like Robin uses her Hana power to stop him. That'll hold you for a while, commented Robin. Yeah, thanks Robin, thanked Usopp to Robin. Robin feels grateful and smiled at him. Then Usopp turned his attention back to Sanji. Did you have any idea how bad the damage you've just did? Asked Usopp pointing to the big hole that where the wall is used to be. But that asshole's necklace make said Sanji. Nami-san. Said Luffy interrupting Sanji. Everyone turned their heads to see Nami on the doorway in new clothing. It looks like that she take another shower after Chopper done inspects her. She's in the doorway of the kitchen looks pretty pissed off. Luffy approaches to her and hug her. Sanji saw what happened tries to break Robin's Hana hands to get over there to kick Luffy away from Nami, but Robin's Hana hands are too strong. The grips are too tight to be broken. While Luffy is hugging all tenderly and stuff, Nami furiously pushed Luffy away. Luffy is pretty shocked about this. Nami had never been this rough to him since they got together. Then unexpectedly Nami slapped Luffy on the face really hard. The others' eyeballs seemed like will be popped out from their heads at the sight of that. The slap sound was pretty hard, even Chopper from Nami's room heard the noise and comes up to see what's that noise is all about. Nami had never slapped Luffy before. Well, she did punch him many times before they're going out, but punch. Not slap. Luffy turned his gaze towards Nami. She's crying with tears dropped on her cheeks. Luffy put his hand on the mark where Nami slapped him, trying to cover up the hand mark. How could you? Nami asked Luffy not kindly but shrilled with sadness. How could I what Nami-san? Asked Luffy kindly as usual. He put his arms around her to calm her down, but Nami pushed him away. Don't touch me. She spat at him. What is it Nami-san? Luffy asked her. What happened? You did that on purpose. She snapped at him. Did what? Luffy asked. The necklace and the explosion, said Nami with tears. You got that from me and laughed at me as it explodes in front of me thinking that it's funny. What? No I did not, said Luffy trying to defend himself. Shut up. Luffy flinched. The whole crew does, even Chopper outside of the room. Nami-san you know I would never do that to you, said Luffy calmly. Bullshit. Yes you did. But Nami-san That's enough. Snapped Nami. You think that it's funny? How you think that I'll laugh to your stupid violent dangerous joke? But Nami. Shut up. That's it Luffy we're through. Finish. Over. I'm leaving you. But that Nami turned her back, leaving the stunned crew in the kitchen. Chopper looked to see Nami jumped off the boat walking still with tears on her eyes through the city, leaving the going merry navigator less and Nami less. Back in the ship, the crew looks like they just saw a ghost. Especially Luffy who is very stunned to see her girlfriend leaves him and the ship just like that without goodbyes and her belongings. Now I definitely didn't expect that to happen, said very still stunned Luffy. Robin-chan can you let me go now? Please. Said the still struggled Sanji. You asshole now look what you have done. Yelled Sanji. It's not his fault, said Usopp protecting the still stunned Luffy. He doesn't even know it's a bomb. But still, it's his fault. Now how the hell are we going to do without Nami-san said Sanji. There's nothing we can do, said Luffy all of a sudden. Everybody turned their heads toward Luffy to see him finally talking and back to normal, well sort of. What do you mean nothing? Asked Chopper. You can always apologize to her anyway. But will she forgive me? Asked Luffy. She will, said Zoro holding Robin by the shoulder. I think. Will she? He asked Robin. I don't know. Why did you even ask me Zoro-kun? Asked Robin. Well you're the nearest one to Nami from all of us so yeah, replied Zoro. Luffy just go apologize to her and say that you weren't expect that to happen, said Chopper. Yeah and she'll come back to us only for the sake of you guys only, not me and hate me for the rest of my life, said Luffy sarcastically. Yeah and then she'll totally go back for me instead, said Sanji proudly and smiling really big. Finally his dream will come true. Nami-san will go for him. In your dreams moron, said Zoro. What? Did you just call me a moron? Asked Sanji pissed off. I forgot, replied Zoro dully not bothering want to start a fight with the perverted cook. Hey stop it you guys, said Usopp. Don't start another fight. The ship is in really bad shape now and I don't want it to be damaged. So yeah Captain, Dr. Sen is right, said Robin. Go apologize to her and explain the real truth. I'm sure she'll understand. Luffy thought for a while. Should he apologize? Come on true she can't be that heartless. Can she? She is one tough woman after all, and she can be really scary when she's pissed off. Zoro and Robin can't stop her from going all psycho. Sanji will probably keep saying how beautiful she is, even though she is very scary, making her pissed off even more. Usopp and Chopper will be running away from her, trying not to get themselves killed from Nami. But still, it doesn't matter to Luffy if she can be very dangerous when she's mad. He loves her. Hold on. He loves her. That's right, he loves her. He doesn't like her, he loves her. After all of these times, he loves her. After all of the time they've been going through his love. He loves her and he will get her back for him and the rest of the team. Luffy smiled to himself. What is he smiling about? Asked Zoro to Robin. First he's all sad and stuff and now he's smiling. I don't know about it either, said Robin, and why are you asking me? You know him more than I do. Zoro grunted, seeing that his girlfriend just talked him back on the question he just asked her. Luffy walked out from the kitchen door and the others follow him. Luffy jumps off from the deck and walked to the city. The others are attempt to follow them, but Luffy signaled them to stay. Stay you guys, let me do this all by myself. I was the one who started this mess and I'll fix it, said Luffy. You guys stay, you won't know when she'll come back or not. Where are you going? Asked Zoro. Yeah, and what are you going to do to get Nami-san back? Asked Sanji. You guys just wait and see. I'll be back by afternoon and don't worry, I won't be lost, said Luffy. I'm going to make things right. He smiled, a very big one. The smile that's in his wanted poster. The remaining Straw Hat crew agreed and let their captain make things right. Seeing that he did make things right in every adventure they encountered, they nodded their heads, signaling their agreement on the captain's opinion. Luffy gets the message and with that he runs to the city and make things right for himself, his pirate team and his Nami-san. Let's see where Nami is. Nami is on a bench right now in the middle of a city, still crying. She finally had not the nerve to run away now. Anyway, where she would go. Nami wiped her tears on her face and rubbed her hand as it still hurts her by little. She looked around her, the surroundings of the city. Couples everywhere talking, laughing to each other. Nami turned her head to see a couple sitting in a cafeing passionately. That's what she's planning to do with Luffy, but knew he screwed it up. But wait, her brain glitches to her. Was it really him who screws it up? Or it was herself who screws it? After all, she never give him the time to explain the truth. There it is again, her brain glitches. Maybe he's trying to tell the truth, but she prevented him to do it. Maybe he actually didn't mean it. What about if Luffy wasn't trying to pull a prank to her after all? What about if he doesn't want that to happen at all? Nami's thoughts lead her to many maybes, saying that Luffy was a nice guy after all, and a very good boyfriend trying to get their relationship closer. What about if he really loves her? The Nami's face brought her to smile. He loves her. That's why. But wait, Nami's smile fades. She remembers what she said to him earlier. Accusing him that he's trying to pull a prank at her in the beginning. Blaming him with many lies that hurt his heart. Now that what she didn't expect to happen. She knows Luffy won't do such a thing, but her head insisting that it's all a prank. Now there's no way Luffy will forgive her now, after the way she treated to him this morning. But wait. She can always apologize to him. Maybe he won't forgive her, but at least she had to try and hope he'll forgive her and still love her. And if he did, she will return her love to him. That's her plan. Nami gets up from her sitting bench and put on her normal face into the public. She looked to her left to see a chocolate store. Luffy liked chocolate. She goes to the shop to buy Luffy a chocolate, stealing wallets on her way. Now let's get back to Luffy. Okay, I will just give me a few minutes, said the man in the cloak. Luffy finally found his way to meet the cloaked guy who sold him the diamond necklace, which happens to be a bomb, yesterday, and gives him his appreciation. Luffy beat up the cloaked guy pretty badly and demanded for his money back. Looks like dating Nami makes him a money greeter as well. The cloaked guy's face is bruised pretty badly, and Luffy is pinning him down with the cloaked guy's left arm and Luffy's hand twisting it, hurting it every second. I don't want a freaking few minutes. I want my money back now. Luffy demanded at the cloaked guy. Oh, come on, kid. It's Valentine's Day. Just show me a little bit of love. Please. Begged the cloaked guy, trying to survive Luffy's grasp. Luffy smirked at him and twisted his hand harder and harder, giving it more pain to it. The cloaked guy screamed in pain. Okay, I'll give you your money back. The cloaked guy finally gives up. I'll give back your 500 bears. Just please let go of my arm. The guy begged to Luffy. It's not enough. Double it. Luffy demanded to the screaming cloaked guy. Double it? Are you insane? The cloaked guy yelled at him. Luffy twisted his hand a little harder, letting the cloaked guy yelled again. Okay, I'll double it. The cloaked guy gives up. Just let go of my arm and I'll give you your money. Use your other arm, Luffy said to him, not letting go his left arm. Why not? The man begged and pleading to Luffy. Luffy was about to twist his arm harder, but the guy yelled out first. Okay, fine. Just don't twist my arm. Give me 1 minute to reach my wallet and give you your 1000 bears. I'll give you 30 seconds or say goodbye to one of your limb, Luffy said to the guy. 30 seconds? That's not enough. The guy yelled to him. Plus can you even count? 1 2 3 4 5 counted Luffy very clearly. Luffy remembers Nami teaching him some lessons before they're going out and after they're going out. He didn't remember it first in the beginning, but after thinking back the memories that he and Nami did together, he remembers it just like it was yesterday. The cloaked guy panic and try to move as fast as he can. He finally reached into his pocket and found his wallet. 11 12 13 14 15, counted Luffy. Oh shit, almost 30 seconds the guy moved fast. He used his right hand to count his money to see that he has only 1100 beris. If he gives away his 1000 beris he'll go broke. He won't waste his money to this stupid kid. 24 25 26, counted Luffy. The guy doesn't know what to do, he panicked. 27 28 29 30. Finished Luffy. Luffy looked down to see the guy holding his wallet still thinking. Luffy doesn't know what the guy's trying to do but at least he found out. Ah, so you finally decided to give me your whole entire wallet, huh? Luffy asked him. The guy looked at Luffy, doesn't know that his time is up. Luffy grabbed his wallet before the guy has time to say something. Luffy let go his left arm. The guy is finally free and relaxed his limb. Well, thanks a lot, mister. This is what you get for acting like an asshole, Luffy said to the guy. Luffy left the corner where he is, and before Luffy left, he turned around to see the guy pulling out a pistol and shoot Luffy. And of course, thanks to the power of the devil fruit that Luffy ate, the Gomu Gomu fruit, the bullet bounced back and hit the wall. The guy was shocked at what he just saw. He dropped the pistol and cowering in fear. "Yeah, you were a devil fruit possessor," the guy said to him, still scared. "Yep," agreed Luffy. "I ate the Gomu Gomu fruit, making me a human rubber." "A human rubber?" the guy yelled out, still frightened. The guy turned to the wall to see a wanted poster lists on a wall. He was shocked at what he just saw. Luffy comes closer to see why the guy is frightened about. The guy saw Luffy's arrival and started to cowering in the corner, wrapped himself up on his cloak. Luffy turned to see his wanted poster with a cost of 100 million beris. "I picked the wrong guy to mess around with," the guy said to himself, still in the corner. Luffy heard what he just said and approached closer to the cowering loser. "You definitely picked the wrong guy to mess around with," agreed Luffy to the guy. Luffy turned his head away from the guy and walked away from the corner, leaving the cloaked guy in the corner's corner alone and afraid, and also just have been robbed by a pirate. But wait. The guy turned up to see Luffy still outside of the corner. He pulled his hand back and with his rubber power he stretched it and punched at the guy straight in the face. The cloaked guy was knocked unconscious. Luffy now left the corner and the guy. "That's for hurting my Nami-san," said Luffy quietly. Back in the ship. "Wonder what Luffy is doing?" asked Usopp. "Maybe he's finding Nami and go to apologize to her," suggested Chopper. "No, can't be. I know Nami-san won't forgive that jerk," stated Sanji. "What the hell is your problem?" asked Usopp. "What problem?" asked Sanji. "Why won't you at least be happy for the both of them?" asked Usopp. "They're your friends, for God's sake. Why are you doing this for the both of them?" "Because I love Nami-san," yelled Sanji. Usopp froze at what Sanji just said. Chopper too. They have no idea that this cook can be this sensitive. Zoro, who is sleeping, woke up at what Sanji just said. Robin looked away from her book and looked at Sanji. Now everybody's eyes are on Sanji. "I've been so nice to her. I did this to her, I helped her, I rescued her and everything. But what's left is that she never returned her feelings to me," said Sanji gloomily. "I love her. But she doesn't love me. Nobody will." "Don't say that," assured Robin. "Doesn't mean that you lost Miss Navigator, means that no one will love you. Not only Nami. I lost Vivi as well when I find out that she likes that rebel guy in Alabasta," said Sanji. "And then I had a little crush on you and to see that you like Zoro." Zoro glared at Sanji and Sanji glared at him back. "Still, Cook-san. You're a nice guy. I would go for you," said Robin. This caught Zoro by surprise. He looked at Robin, but Robin looked at him back with a smile. "But unfortunately I already found someone who I really like. He's the one for me." Zoro blushed a little, seeing that his girlfriend really rejected the stupid cook for him. He feels very grateful and smiled to himself. Sanji is however a little sad. "Cook-san, you're a nice guy. You just haven't found the one that really wants you. I know you like me and Miss Navigator, but unfortunately we already like someone," said Robin. "You have to understand that and don't let us makes you feel sad and gloomy. We still like the gentleman cook who is very kind and a good friend." Robin goes to Sanji and gives him a friendly hug. "Don't worry, you'll find the one for you and you'll be the happiest man in the world." Zoro is not pissed at all. Well, maybe he is a little mad at Sanj. But he knows well that whatever Robin does, she will always want him and her only, Zoro-kun. Sanji flashback at what he promised last night when he's walking alone in the middle of the street. I don't need to be together with Nami-san or Robin-chan to show I love them. But seeing their happy faces with those idiots makes me feel all happy already. Maybe I should let them go with them and stay happy for them, Sanji rethought back. He promised to himself that he'll do that and he breaks it. He humiliated himself and Nami-san and Robin-chan. He promised but broke it thanks to that explosive necklace that brought his old self back and getting them no matter what. Sanji watched as Robin approached Zoro and cuddled next to him and fall asleep with his arms around her. Sanji see the smiling Robin feeling very happy with Zoro. Sanji would love to go there and kick the hell Zoro away from Robin, but he doesn't. He knew it will upset Robin for kicking her boyfriend and she will hate him for doing that. But he sees something that really calms him down. Robin's smiling face when Zoro hugged her closer to him. Robin really likes it. Sanji thought back, seeing their happy faces with those idiots makes me feel all happy already. And he should follow that. As a matter of fact, he doesn't have to force himself for it. It's working already. He's smiling, feeling happy to see that Robin is happy already with that green-haired idiot. Robin-chan is right, Sanji thought. I'll just have to wait for me to find the one for me. It might take a long time, but I'll wait. Sanji walked back into the kitchen to find Usopp and Chopper stealing food. Pissed off, Hiran and Chaz, the two food stealers, laughing. Oh guys, I'm back. Zoro and Robin woke up from their happy dreams to see who yells. Sanji, who is teaching Usopp and Chopper not to steal food, stopped to see who is yelling. They all look down from the messed up going merry to see Luffy come back with a big bag in his back. Luffy approaches to the ship. Hey, is Nami-san back yet? Luffy asked them. Please don't tell me she's here. This is supposed to be a surprise. Zoro sweat dropped. Then why did you yell it the first time? He asked a retarded captain. Huh? Oh yeah, why did I even yell anyway? Luffy asked himself, confused. You idiot. And no, she's not back yet, said Sanji. Didn't see her the whole day. Good, said Luffy happily. He jumped into the deck with his huge bag. What's in there? Asked Chopper curiously. You'll see, answered Luffy. It's not a bomb again, isn't it? Asked Usopp, frightened. Why don't you use your reading mind power to read his mind, Usopp? Asked Zoro sarcastically. Yeah, Usopp, do it. Do it. I'm curious and I want to know now. Cheered Chopper. Something tell me it isn't a bomb, said Usopp nervously. Don't worry, it's not. This one is different. I know clearly that this one won't do any damage, said Luffy, proudly tapping his bag. Now come on, let's go to the kitchen and help me out. The whole crew followed Luffy as he dragged his big bag into Nami and Robin's room. Don't worry, Nami-san, Luffy thought. I'm going to make things right for the both of us. I love you. Luffy, I'm sorry that I yelled at you, I didn't really mean it. No, that's not right, mumbled Nami. In the night at the middle of the street there's Nami walking by herself. You all might be wondering why she's going in the night. Well, after Nami bought Luffy a chocolate, she's been practicing a perfect way to apologize to Luffy and seems like she can't find a perfect one. It took her almost the whole afternoon to find the good one and still she can't find any. Finally it's night and she doesn't want to be in the city at night all alone, she'll get raped. So she decided to get back to the ship and find a good apologize on her way. On her hand is a box of chocolate she bought earlier for Luffy. It's all wrapped in a nice packaging way with a ribbon. Let's see, hug first. No, he'll probably pushed me away, mumbled Nami to herself. Let's see first. No. Even worse. Nami walks through the city and finally found the Going Merry still parked on where it is. Nami has been so busy with herself she didn't even realize she's here already. Nami took a deep breath. Well, this is it. The moment of truth, she said. As she climbed up the ladder that leads to the deck, Sanji surprised her when he appears from the kitchen room. Nami jumped a little. Hi Nami-san, where have you been? We all have been looking all over for you, said Sanji nicely. Oh, sorry for worrying you, Sanji-kun. I just need some time to be alone, that's all, replied Nami, hiding a box of chocolate on her back. Oh, that's okay, I understand. Are you hungry? He asked her. Oh well, yeah. Kind of. Where are the others? Nami asked Sanji. Robin-chan is here in the kitchen with Zoro. Usopp is probably working with Chopper in our sleeping room, explained Sanji. I see. Where's Luffy-kun? Asked Nami. I don't know. I didn't see him for a while now, said Sanji. Could he be out from this boat? Nami asked again. I have no idea, said Sanji, sweating a little. Nami noticed the sweat. Oh, I see. Well then I'm going to be in my room for a while and I'll be up to the kitchen, okay? Sure, Nami-san. Take your time, replied the cook. Nami left Sanji and walked to her room. As soon as Sanji sees Nami turn her back and make way to her room. Sanji waved his left arm, signaling something. Then all of a sudden, from the kitchen, comes out Zoro, Robin, Usopp and Chopper. They all watched as Nami stand in front of the door, facing it, but did not open it. Damn it. Open the door already. Whispered Usopp. Shut up. You idiot. She'll hear us. Scolded Zoro. Sorry, apologized Usopp. I hope she likes Luffy's surprise, said Chopper admiring and wondering what's going to happen afterwards. As soon as Nami opened the door of her and Robin's room, the other crew stick their head closer to get a good look. Nami can't see that her room is all dark. She walked into the darkness, stepping on things that she doesn't even want to know what the heck it is. She smelled the room wondering what the heck is that beautiful smell. Did I left my perfume bottle opened? She asked herself. Or did I spill it by accident? Strange. This smell like nature thingy. Nami dropped her thoughts of the smell and what she stepped on. Well, she's going to find out anyway when she quickly light the mini lamp on her working table. She finally reached to her table and found the lamp. She opened the drawer and take out a match. She lighted the room and sees something that she didn't expect to see. A rose. A red rose on her study table. She turned her head around to just in time as the moon shines on through her window behind the bed. The moon shines and showed her the most unexpected things ever. Roses. Red roses everywhere around the room, placed in every inch of the room. That explains the smell. She looked down to see red roses on the floor as well. So that's what she stepped on earlier. On her bed there's rose petals peeled all down and form words. I'm sorry Nami-san. I love you. Nami gasped after reading the words. She never expected this to happen. True, she loved all of these things, but who would do such a sweet thing like this? Nami-san. Nami jumped a little and turned her head around to see Luffy is standing in the doorway of her room with a rose in his hand. Luffy-kun, said Nami. Yes, it's me Nami-san, said Luffy as he approached to her. Nami approached to him as well. Luffy gives her the rose. Happy Valentine's Day. I hope you like my gift. Nami gasped. This is from you? She asked him. All of this? She asked him. Yes Nami-san, Luffy nodded his head. I hope you can forgive me about this morning. No Luffy. It's me that I should apologize, said Nami feeling guilty. I guess that I rushed to things too much and didn't let you explain of things that you didn't do. You shouldn't apologize. I should. No Nami. It's my fault too, said Luffy. I got you the necklace from some guy I don't know in the middle of the street. I never thought that it would be dangerous. I shouldn't have trusted that guy and worry about my girlfriend more. But instead I gave it to you without even considering that it might be a bomb. No Luffy. Don't feel all guilty. Like I just said. It's my fault to rush into things without even letting you explain about it. If I could just let you explain about it, I would understand and wouldn't have judged you with all of those mean things I said, explained Nami. I'm sorry. Will you forgive me? I would. Of course. If you forgive me, said Luffy. Nami giggled. Luffy noticed it. What's so funny? Luffy asked her. With all of these roses as a forgiveness. What would you think I would say? Nami asked Luffy. Luffy put his head down, realizing that Nami would never forgive her with roses. He tried everything and still she won't forgive him. Nami realized Luffy's head is down and smiled to herself. Nami lifted his head up and soon their eyes are locked to each other. So Luffy. That's not what I mean, explained Nami, of course I forgive you. Luffy this time smiled a really big one. Feeling grateful that she accepted his apologies. And I love you too Luffy-kun, added Nami. Luffy is shocked at what Nami just said. She loved him too. Luffy know what this means. He pulled her to a dot. Nami at him back, wrapping her arms with a rose in it on Luffy's neck, pressing his head to her head to deepen their dot. Luffy pulled Nami closer to him and hugged her very tight. And as soon as they break that, they look each other straight in the eye and smiled at their lover. Luffy used his rubber power to stretch his arm and slammed the door. Nami takes of Luffy's straw hat and throws it on the floor and pulled him to another dot. This time Nami worked on her tongue reaching into Luffy's mouth. Luffy let her tongue explore his mouth and his tongue danced with hers. Nami pulled Luffy into the bed while they French each other. Between the Nami whispered to Luffy's ear. I love you Luffy-kun. And happy Valentine's Day. Luffy did the same thing to Nami while they're ing. I love you too Nami-san. Happy Valentine's Day. Nami smiled feeling grateful to hear those words. He's been such a sweetheart to her. Now it's her turn to repay the favor. She smiled and break the dot. Luffy-kun, thanks for this whole thing. I don't know how I can repay you, she said. That's okay Nami-san, said Luffy smiling. Being here with you makes me happy already. But it's not enough, whined Nami. I want to repay you somehow. Well, that box of chocolate you have right there is okay too, said Luffy. No, I know I'll give you something that not all guys can have, said Nami grinning. Huh? What is it? Asked Luffy. I'm ready Luffy. I'm ready, said Nami. For what? Asked Luffy confused. She whispered. Luffy raised her eyebrow and opened his mouth to say something. But Nami put her finger on his mouth silencing him. Now don't you talk your way out of all of this, said Nami. I want you to be my first. Actually Nami I was say that I want to do it too, said Luffy. Nami sweat dropped. Oh, well okay then. Okay, said Luffy. He at her again and soon they take off each other's clothes while they at each other's body the whole way. Outside of Nami's room. Oh that's so sweet, said Chopper as he danced to his usual weird dance. Yeah okay whatever, said Usopp as he sweat dropped looking at Chopper. Good job Luffy. The Pasab going to Bezib Shapa sobs with that subsidiate Nami-san, sobs Sanji as he make his way to the kitchen to do something. Robin-chan, said Zoro approaching to Robin. Yes, Zoro-kun? Asked Robin. There's something I need to tell you, said Zoro sweating a little. Go ahead, said Robin. Well with Zoro's right hand behind his back he pulled out a rose. Happy Valentine's Day Robin-chan. Robin is astonished to see her boyfriend is giving her a rose and he even said Happy Valentine's Day to her. Why thank you Zoro-kun, said Robin feels all grateful that's very sweet of you. She had him on the cheek. I know it's nothing compared to Luffy, said Zoro. That's okay Zoro-kun. It's the thought that counts to me, said Robin kindly. The thoughts. Zoro remembered that he would say he loved her instead for a Valentine's Day. And he is very glad that his thought that counts to his lovely Robin. Well Robin-chan there is something else that I need to say, said Zoro feeling a little nervous. What is it Zoro? Asked Robin still smiling. You know you can tell me anything. Okay well I don't know how to put it, but I love you. Robin gasped and her smile fades. Soon tears are falling from her eyes and drop to her cheek. Zoro looked down feeling guilty that his thought might hurt her heart. He looked up to apologize, but he is surprised by Robin's sudden to the dot then she breaks it and hug him tightly. Thank you Zoro-kun, thanked Robin. You have no idea how happy I am for you to tell me that. I love you too. Zoro hugged her tight as well and smiled. I'm glad Robin-chan. Usopp and Chopper sobbed at the sight of love all around the going merry. Happy Valentine's Day everyone. They both chorused at the same time. Thanks for watching this video. If you really enjoy this video, like subscribe and comment down below and turn on that bell notification. Don't forget to support and follow the Sara Haruko Takenouchi Kamiya for writing that awesome fanfic and also make sure to comment on this story link in the description. See you in the next video. Goodbye.